Telangana Cybersecurity Bureau presents Fraud Ka Full Stop, a series that features true cybercrime stories from Telangana. The stories shared in this podcast are based on real incidents. Names and identifying details have been changed to protect the privacy of those involved. The dramatization of the case that you are about to see has been created using AI. Any resemblance to any person, living or deceased, is purely coincidental and unintentional. Sarvam Nagesh was 32, but life had already taken more than it usually does. His father died in a road accident in 2014 और उसके बाद survival ही full-time job बन गया. He tried many things, eventually leading to a small business back home that collapsed. Debts piled up, सांस लेना मुश्किल हो जा रहा था. Then, a friend named Dani introduced him to a woman called Sakshi from Karnataka. Thailand में एक opening है, she said. Chief Investment Officer, you're perfect for it. Perfect. एक शब्द जो काफी टाइम से किसी ने सर्वम के लिए यूज नहीं किया था. 5 मिनट के अंदर व्हाट्सएप इंटरव्यू हुआ, सिलेक्शन और फिर टिकट्स भी बुक हो गई. फॉर द वेरी फर्स्ट टाइम इन इयर्स सर्वम फेल्ट कि सब ठीक हो जाएगा. When he landed in Thailand, nothing felt wrong. एयरपोर्ट के बाहर एक ड्राइवर ऑलरेडी वेट कर रहा था. Polite, professional, no red flags. The next morning, the same driver came to take him to the company location. For hours, the journey felt normal. Then the car stopped. He was asked to switch vehicles. Then another, then another. Roads grew quieter, explanations stopped. इससे पहले कि होश संभलता, Sarvam was already smuggled into Myanmar. The driver handed him over to Chinese men in army-style uniforms carrying weapons, and he was taken to KK Park, a large compound that looked corporate but had no HR, no job briefings, and no teams but armed guards at the gate. Inside, an Ethiopian translator named Wento took him to Aurora Company. 4 floors, locked windows, ground floor पे सैकड़ों लोग टाइपिंग, शोल्डर स्टिफ, आंखों में बिल्कुल थकान, सर्वम जैसे फंसाए गए थे. He was given an ID card and a contract. जब उसने मना किया तो जवाब बड़ा सिंपल सा था, साइन करो या तो फिर $4,000 और 30,000 थाई बात दे दो. पैसे जो उसके पास थे ही नहीं. मजबूरी में साइन किया, जॉब के लिए नहीं, जिंदगी बचाने के लिए. The next morning the truth became clear. There was no investment role, सिर्फ और सिर्फ cyber crime. Make fake American profiles, target lonely men over 50, build trust and then fake apps के through पैसे निकालो. KK Park एक ऑफिस नहीं था, वो एक फ्रॉड फैक्ट्री थी. गन्स, गेट्स और डर से बनी. सर्वम barely earned anything during his time there. और फिर अक्टूबर में सुनने को मिला कि म्यांमार की आर्मी केके पार्क रेड करने वाली है. When the Chinese operators finally fled, Sarvam also ran. The Myanmar army helped him cross back into Thailand. Thai authorities recorded his statement and handed him over to the Indian embassy. और फिर सर्वम ने किया एक बेहद कड़वे सच का सामना. दानी और साक्षी दोनों ट्रैफिकिंग नेटवर्क का हिस्सा थे. वो जॉब्स ऑफर नहीं कर रहे थे, वो लोग बेच रहे थे.
In this cyber slavery, the victim approached the High Commissioner of India in Myanmar. So along with him, many others are also there. So all of them together, they sent WhatsApp messages to the High Commissioner in Myanmar, and like that, they finally approached the embassy. From embassy, they got tickets to New Delhi. In another case, the ambassador along with the military, they have visited the fraud camps in Myanmar. There is a place called Mayawadi. In Mayawadi, a famous one is KK Park. In KK Park, many Indians are working. So our embassy people along with the local military, they visited the fraud camps and asked the Indians who were working there and those who are not willing to work there, they asked them to come back. So they accompanied the embassy people and they were all arranged a travel ticket to Delhi. They came back to Delhi. From there, they reached their destinations. When Sarvam came back, actually he was there and under the instructions of Chinese people, he committed frauds. So he was unwillingly did the frauds, But after coming here, actually one thing, he was very anxious to come back, to come out of that fraud camp and fraud business. He tried a lot and he came out. On one side, he was happy because he came out of the agony and he came out of that fraud camp and he reached his native place. For that, he was happy. But internally, he was feeling because he committed fraud there, the law enforcing agencies may file charges against him. That is his internal feeling. So he was both mixed feelings. On one side, he was happy for coming back and meeting his relatives. And the other hand, he has internally fear whether charges will be framed for his acts. In such cases, actually, those who are visiting other countries, they must contain the contact details of Indian embassies in such countries, and they can contact them if the conditions are adverse, if the conditions are not familiar as though that they expected, then they can come back by contacting the embassy people. Because these trafficking persons, they are giving advertisements over social media. When they are giving advertisements over social media, the agents who are operating in India, they are approaching these trafficking people and they are luring the victims and they are sending the people to foreign countries by saying all false promises. Until the victim reaches the fraud camp, he doesn't know what work he is going to do. Actually, they are assured that a data entry operator job is available and a lucrative salary of 80,000 per month will be given. But after reaching the destination, then only they are realizing that it is not a data entry job and this is all cybercrime frauds.
Hello and welcome to Fraud Ka Full Stop. This is a series that deals with true cybercrime stories from Telangana. I don't know about you, लेकिन अब की जो केस हमने आपके सामने शेयर की है, मेरा तो दिल दहल गया भाई. And I thought that we should ask a few questions to our DG Cyber Security Bureau Telangana, Shikha Goyal ma'am, about this case. Hello ma'am and welcome back.
Hi Shazi, how are you?
Ma'am, I'm a little jittery after this case सुनके human trafficking. Ma'am, आई फील लाइक ये ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग के मायने काफ़ी बदल गए हैं मैम. पहले लिटरली मेरे दिमाग में आता था कि somebody is physically incarcerated. अब जैसे कि सर्वम की कहानी ले लीजिएगा, बाकायदा it was fear, it was debt, it was pressure that kept him gripped. So ma'am, is this more physical or more psychological when it comes to human trafficking?
See, when we are talking about human trafficking vis-a-vis cyber crime, जैसे हम लोग cyber slavery बोल रहे हैं, इसमें आपको कोई कन्फाइंड मतलब कोई रूम में आप नहीं है, मतलब कन्फाइंड नहीं है, बट आई थिंक आप मेंटली इम्प्रिजन्ड हैं. And whether it is because of the fear of losing your job, because it is a paying thing. Yeah. They pay you for working. The fear of physical harm, because they at times do torture and put you to physical harm if you're not performing. The fear at times of also shame that you return back without a job sometimes. So, and also for leaving, they would ask you to actually make so much of payments that it would be difficult for one to do it. So you're caught in that web of fear and manipulation of the cyber criminal. And that is what cyber slavery is all about.
मैम मैं अगर अभी इस केस को लेके अगर रेड फ्लैग्स देखूं तो मैम जल्दी स्किप कर देंगे इंटरव्यूज या जल्दी पेपर वर्क कर लो या वक्त बहुत कम है. इज दिस अ कॉमन एमओ दैट वी सी इन दीज काइंड ऑफ केसेस?
इन दीज केसेस आल्सो hurry, definitely, because they don't want you to give you so much of time to think, cross check, verify. So definitely that part of urgency would always be there. But yeah, in these cases also, to make it appear as real, they do take interviews. Although the interviews are usually on a call, for example, it may be a WhatsApp call or a Telegram or any of those things which they use to take a call. Especially they also like to test your language skills, because ultimately you are going to work almost at something like at a call center, except that there you are going to be calling and scamming people. But yes, they check your language skills. and also to make you feel real that you're going through a job interview process, they do have those calls. But yes, urgency is a part of the entire game.
जस्ट नॉट दैट वी आर ट्राइंग टू फियर मंगर ओवर हियर, बट मेरे को समझना है कि अगर ऐसा कोई व्यूअर है जिसके साथ ये प्रोसेस हो रहा है राइट नाउ, कि आपका जॉब इंटरव्यू लग गया, आपको बुला दिया जा रहा है, यू आर गोइंग टू ट्रैवल ओवरसीज फॉर अ जॉब, आर देयर एनी अ फ्यू लाइक हाइजीन चेकलिस्ट थिंग्स दैट दे शुड बी वेरी माइंडफुल कि भाई 1 2 3 4 चीज़ें होनी चाहिए तब हम इत्मीनान से जा सकते हैं?
हाँ, definitely. For example, if you have to be offered a job abroad by any agencies, you know, these agents are there. They have to be registered by with the government of India.
Okay.
So there is a portal called eMigrate of government of India. Every legal agent who can offer jobs abroad is registered on that.
Okay.
So if whoever is offering you a job, please check the eMigrate portal of the government of India and see whether it is whether the person is registered or not. That is first thing. Second thing is that somebody is doing a job interview for you, and most probably it is not a Zoom or a Google Meet, you know, that kind of a thing. It is a WhatsApp call or a Telegram call. Again, should create some doubt in your mind. Third thing is that they ask you to come without actually giving you any paper of a job offer. So if you're actually, there is a company which is offering you a job, then you should definitely have a job offer. ना letter तो आएगी,
जी,
offer of appointment तो आएगा, वो नहीं आता है. They say you come and we will give it to you there. That's a big red flag. And they will also ask you to come on a visit visa and not on a job visa. So whenever a company, when a genuine company offers or recruits people on job, they send you a job visa to come. You're not supposed to go on a visit visa.
जी.
So if that is not coming, again there is a doubt. And then जो भी कंपनी में जो बोल रहे हैं कि ABCD कंपनी में आपकी जॉब लगी है, भाई एक बार ही चेक कर लीजिए गूगल पे वो कंपनी एग्जिस्ट करती है या नहीं करती है.
जी.
और अगर करती भी है तो ये चेक कर लीजिए कि वेदर दैट कंपनी इज गोइंग थ्रू अ रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस, बिकॉज दे माइट बी यूजिंग नेम्स ऑफ जेन्युइन कंपनीज, बट that company would have some process, and whether you are following that process or not. So these are the things one has to be careful on, because ultimately you are leaving your country, going somewhere else for better prospects. But if you end up becoming a slave and committing crime there, then you're going to be in a big soup.
मैम एक्चुअली आई मस्ट टेल यू, ये केस खास तौर पे अगर मैं देखूँ तो सबसे मेरे लिए दिल दहला देने वाली बात थी कि जिस इंसान ने इनको रिक्रूट किया सर्वम को, ये इनके नोन फ्रेंड थे. तो मतलब अब मैम मैं तो फ्रेंडली रेफरेंस भी ना कंसिडर करूँ, ऐसे लग रहा है मेरे को.
देखिए, जब अपनी लाइफ की बात होती है तो ड्यू डिलिजेंस तो लगाना ही पड़ता है, क्योंकि धोखा तो लाइफ में कोई भी दे सकता है, और अपने भी देते हैं और दे सकते हैं
जी.
So that is very essential. The other part is that in these kind of recruitments which happen, it is quite possible that the first person who contacted you may also not be aware that it's a scam.
Oh,
you know, it is possible. He may or may not. There will be a series or layers of people who recruit. So there will be somebody very local who lives near you or knows you or something you've heard on. Then there'll be someone far away, then and ultimately there'll be a foreign agent or something. And none of them know each other. Then none of them actually even know their real identity. So when they come to us, they'll give us names like Liam, King, इस तरह के नाम देते हैं. Because nobody actually knows their real identity itself. It is possible, it could be either way. अपने ने धोखा भी दिया हो सकता है, या अपने को खुद को भी उसको भी धोखा हो सकता है.
The point of the matter is कि इंसान ने विजिलेंट रहना ही है. There is no option.
अपनी सुरक्षा अपने हाथ में है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल मैम, बिल्कुल मैम. यू नो, आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल दैट इस सीरीज के माध्यम से ना ये वास्तविकता तो सामने आ रही है कि ये फैब्रिकेटेड स्टोरीज नहीं है, ये बाकायदा एक्चुअली घट रही हैं ये कहानियाँ. आई वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड मैम, इन इंडिया खास तौर पे ये ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग को लेके व्हाट इज द सिचुएशन लाइक? डू यू सी अ लॉट ऑफ दीज फ्रॉड फैक्ट्री केसेस मैम?
Lot of cases are there of cyber slavery and which are happening, and this complexion has started only in the last couple of years.
जी.
तो देखिए, साइबर क्राइम जो होता है उसमें मेन चीज़ है कि इट इज़ इतना ज़्यादा वाइड स्प्रेड है, और उसके बाद इसमें इतने ज़्यादा लेयरिंग्स होती हैं. जो विक्टिम है और अक्यूज्ड है वो एक दूसरे से सिर्फ फिजिकली सेपरेट नहीं है, दे आर ऑल्सो सेपरेटेड थ्रू लेयर्स ऑफ डिजिटल एंड फाइनेंशियल सेफ्टी. a few years back, most of the cyber crimes happening in the country were also originating in the country. You know, we've heard of Jamtara, most
Ji.
of us have heard of Jamtara, and then there's Noo and areas around Delhi, which were the major areas from which cybercrime was originating.
Ji.
Now, in the last couple of years, this has now shifted abroad. So you have countries like Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar. एंड इस केस में जैसे आपने के पार्क जो म्यांमार का इतना फेमस हो गया है या इनफेमस हो गया है इन सब केसेस से, फ्रॉम वेयर दे आर industry style call centers operating scam compounds where people from across the globe, अब जैसे ये सर्वम तो तेलंगाना से थे, ऐसे ही हिंदुस्तान के हर कोने से लोग वहाँ पे होते हैं, और हिंदुस्तान के नहीं, विश्व के हर कोने से लोग उन स्कैम कंपाउंड्स में काम करते हैं
जी,
और वहाँ पे उनको उनसे साइबर क्राइम करवाया जाता है. सो ऑल ऑफ देम आर वर्किंग एंड इट इज़ नॉट दैट दे डू नॉट नो. वंस दे हैव रीच्ड देयर, देन दे आर given training, they are taught, they are made aware of the fact that you will be indulging in cybercrime. But many times because of this physical distance which you have from the victim, वो जो एक anonymity है, उससे आप अपने आप को शायद अपने मन को बहला लेते हैं कि आप किसी को you know, you're not actually committing a crime, या आपने किसी को नहीं किया, and that is how it is happening. So cybercrime is about boundaryless crime, it's a borderless crime.
जी.
And that is what makes it so complex and so difficult to prevent as well as detect.
Ma'am, so this is basically a very scary time to be alive.
I don't think so. The best part is that cyber crimes are one of the most preventable crimes. Because this is a crime where you on your own, either because of fear or lure for quick money, getting manipulated by only on phone calls, or doing a mistake by clicking on a link or something, you are yourself sending your money. So you are the active participant in this.
जी.
So if you are aware and if you are alert, और अगर आप वो एक क्लिक नहीं करेंगे, वो एक डिटेल नहीं शेयर करेंगे, वो अपना पैसा नहीं ट्रांसफ़र करेंगे, तो कुछ नहीं होगा. तो बाय दिस इट इज़ जस्ट बीइंग स्मार्ट, जस्ट बी साइबर स्मार्ट, दैट्स ऑल. साइबर स्मार्ट डजंट मीन कि दिन भर अपने फ़ोन पे लगे रहें और रील बना लिए या फोटोज बना लिए, वीडियोज बना लिए, एडिट कर लिए. दैट्स नॉट बीइंग साइबर स्मार्ट. साइबर स्मार्ट इज दैट यू नो दैट ओके दिस इज द राइट, दिस इज द रॉन्ग, दिस इज हाउ आई प्रोटेक्ट माई सेल्फ. बी स्मार्ट, प्रोटेक्ट योर सेल्फ. That's it. Nothing will happen.
That's comforting. Ma'am, you know, now that we're talking about protecting ourselves, इस खास तौर पर इस केस को अगर हम लें, तो I just want to understand कि if God forbid somebody finds themselves in a compound such as this, you know, guns हैं, guards हैं, आपको मतलब you're literally not allowed to go out. Is there any basic practical things that could help a person in this fix?
If you've landed up there and you're inside, see, they do not cut your total connection with the world. The people working there are allowed to communicate with the families. तो आप WhatsApp पे अपने फैमिली को मैसेज कॉल्स वगैरह कर सकते हैं, बट ये ज़रूर है कि दे ऑफन चेक what you are writing in that. But still I think कोई ना कोई कोडेड लैंग्वेज में तो अपने घर में आप भिजवा ही सकते हैं इन्फॉर्मेशन इफ़ यू आर इन ट्रबल. एंड योर फैमिलीज कैन डेफिनेटली रीच आउट टू द पुलिस. दे कैन वी कैन गेट देन हेल्प. वील अलर्ट द embassies and everything. There are a lot of people who have got have been rescued in that way too. And now the governments there are also acting. We've had special operations by the military there to rescue victims. So yes, things are happening, but अपने को अलर्ट रहे कि खुद ही इसमें ना पड़े तो बहुत अच्छा.
जी बिल्कुल. मैम, in fact now just to sum up the whole conversation, is there one particular message or a few messages in particular that you want to share specifically related to this case with our viewers, ma'am?
See, the thing is that if somebody is offering you a job abroad, please be very careful. We've seen earlier that there were instances where, in Gulf countries and others, children used to be going, or people used to go to work as unskilled laborers and etc. These are educated people who are taken with skilled jobs like data entry operators or call center operators, etc. So please be careful. You are educated. Please use your knowledge. Due diligence. As we said, please check whether the agent is an authorized agent by going to the eMigrate portal. Make sure that you have a job offer in hand.
जी.
Make sure that you get a job visa and then travel. See, in this entire process when you're going through, if you have anywhere you have any doubts, please feel free to call us at 1930, which is the cybercrime reporting number.
जी.
We've also created now a help desk
Okay.
wherein you can also clarify doubts that, okay, I have got this kind of a job offer or something is coming. Is it correct? Should I go ahead or not? Or what are precautions I should take? Or this kind of a link or something is coming, or somebody has called up and told me that I'm from CBI and you are under digital arrest. What should I do? So we do have the 1930 also now has in Telangana, we especially created assistance or a help desk where we can even guide you to tell you ki no, this is something wrong happening to you. So do that also.
Oh, that's amazing. So I just dial the number and say, can you connect me to help desk?
So you can call, yeah, your 1930 and you can, there is those IVR numbers
Yeah.
and you press the correct IVR number and then there you will be linked to the help desk who can clarify your doubts also.
Oh, that is amazing. Ma'am, for all the work that you're doing and for taking the time to share this kind of information with us, thank you so very much, ma'am.
Pleasure, pleasure.
I hope that today's episode has got you thinking. If you have any thoughts about this, please drop a comment and we'd love to get back to you on this. Like Shikha ma'am mentioned, 1930 is the number that you can call. Information and awareness is the best way that you can shield yourself from cybercrime. I hope you enjoyed this series. We're going to be back very soon with the next episode. Until then, please stay safe and stay vigilant.